For more on what to expect at today's hearing, let's bring in our ABC White House correspondent, Mary Alice Parks. So, Mary Alice, let's talk about today's witnesses and what are we expecting to hear from them?
Yeah, Kara, during these hearings, we're about halfway through the hearings, and the committee has been trying to show all the different ways that the former president tried to stay in office, tried to remain in power, even after he lost the election, and even after his close advisors told him that he lost the election and that there was no evidence of fraud. Last week, we heard all the ways that he tried to pressure his vice president, Pence, to overturn the election results. Earlier, this week, we heard the ways that he pressured state officials to try to decertify local election results in each state. And now today, they're turning their attention on the efforts that he had at the Department of Justice, really trying to get his own government, the Department of Justice, to work in his behalf, to work to try to elevate conspiracy theories, to try to gin up doubt around the election with the hope, again, of staying in office even after he lost. So like Rachel said there in her package, we're going to hear from these three former DOJ officials. We're going to hear how they felt pressured by the White House at the time, by those close to Trump, to look into his conspiracy theories, the investigations that they did, and then how they apparently all threatened to resign. And I imagine we're going to hear some parallels back to a Nixon era and when there was threats and there were resignations, mass resignations at the DOJ back then.
And then you've got Republican Representative Adam Kinzinger. He's going to lead the questioning in today's hearing. That should be interesting. He's one of the two Republicans on the committee. Let's talk about the significance of that and what you think we can expect to hear from him.
Yeah, highly significant. He's one of only two Republicans that are on the committee, and he's just been ostracized by fellow Republicans for his role and involvement on the committee. And he has just really laid into his fellow Republicans in the last few weeks. You know, he's been doing these media appearances where he calls his colleagues cowards and says that they have just not been owning up to the facts of January 6th, the facts in the weeks leading up to January 6th, and been hiding behind misinformation. So I expect that he will be bold in his statements and tough in his lines, especially aimed back at fellow Republicans.
And finally, you know, we'll have to wait several weeks, right, for the final hearings as the committee considers all the new evidence, apparently. So do we know what evidence right now exactly that they are having to sift through and why that's sort of pushing the hearings without a date?
Yeah, they've gotten just a bunch of new evidence in the last few days. They did get this documentary filmmaker who was very close to the former president at the time to agree to turn over a lot of his materials, actually up here on the Hill, giving his private testimony behind closed doors to the committee today, to staff members of the committee today, and just a lot of footage, we are told. And so they are trying to work through all of this new additional evidence and some new sort of responses to subpoenas that have been court-ordered. You know, we know that some of the witnesses have tried to fight their subpoenas in court, and court after court has really said that people have to respond to these subpoenas, turn over emails, turn over text messages. And so the committee says, look, we're still just getting a lot of incoming. We need to sort through it. And so this new delay, they're pushing some of these next hearings until July.
Okay. Wow. All right. Mary Alice Parks, thank you so much. And we, of course, will carry today's hearing live, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on ABC News Live.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.